Hello Tallahassee and welcome to Wednesday edition of FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Chandler Pruitt, bringing you a nice overview. Currently, live look at Doak Campbell Stadium. We have the sun setting, bringing those nice, beautiful, picturesque colors. Current temperature is 54 degrees with partly cloudy skies and a gentle breeze out of the south-southeast. Those current temperatures, though, range from low 60s to upper 50s, so quite seasonably average and beautiful. And we have those showers that are bringing, we don't have any showers currently tonight, but we have a few pop-up showers in South Georgia. But we'll talk about that warm-up through the weekend, also first day of meteorological winter, and a Kona low in Hawaii. All that and more on FSU Weather. Hi, I'm back. So I hope everyone enjoyed a nice, beautiful Tuesday afternoon yesterday. Of course, I enjoyed that nice, beautiful weather. We have seen a bit of a warm-up today. As a winter weather lover, I don't love to see that, but it is nice and enjoyable, especially for those from South Florida. I have a few friends that are from South Florida that really have talked about how enjoyable the temperature is and how it reminds them back home. Of course, for me, being in Charlotte, being from Charlotte, I, of course, enjoy those 40s and 50s for my December 1st kind of day. But it's not really ringing in the winter, but it is technically the winter. So, of course, we're going to talk more about that later on in the show. But it's quite interesting, of course, seeing this warm-up. And we'll see more of that warm-up as we make our way through the rest of this week. That's one of the bigger stories for today. Of course, we'll also be talking a bit about a Kona low, which is just a storm pressure or a storm system that delivers a bit more rain than usual for Hawaii. But we'll talk more about that and about the overall conditions across the United States during the show. But for now, we'll toss things over to the wall for our first local with Genevieve.
Yes, Chandler, that warm weather that us South Floridians really love, I really miss. Currently in Tallahassee, we're getting a little bit far from that. Personally, I like it to be somewhere in the 70s, but currently we're looking at 58 degrees here in Tallahassee. Partly cloudy, and the winds are coming out at 6 miles per hour here. Beautiful sunset, I'd say. In the background, blue and purple clouds. Very, very nice. Feel free to get a picture. For the Tallahassee area, we do not have any forms of precipitation, just some ground clutter towards the south of Georgia, but no rain to worry about, basically. For the temperature almanac for the day, we are looking at 70 degrees here in Tallahassee as a high, 33 as a low. 33 degrees, freezing to me, but thankfully far from our low of 20 degrees snowfall, potentially, in 1979. Currently in Tallahassee, we are looking at 62 degrees. Up towards Thomasville in southern Georgia, we're looking at 55 degrees, and down by the coast, slightly warmer, Apalachicola, 60 degrees. For our current dew points for the area, 39 here in Tallahassee, very nice and dry, at least for me. That is quite different from my hometown of Miami, where it's always very humid. Though Apalachicola, down by the coast, getting a little bit more humid at 55 dew point. For our future radar, we are looking at some clouds coming across the screen, though no small showers or anything to need to carry a raincoat, rain boots, anything like that. Tonight's forecast, a nice 43 degrees in Tallahassee. Bring that sweater if you're going out. Apalachicola, not too much better, though 49 degrees for the low. Tomorrow's forecast, nice and sunny, pool weather, 76 degrees. Down by the coast, it's actually going to get a little bit cooler, 73 degrees. I would want to stay here in Tallahassee. For tonight in Tally, 42 degrees. Like I said, bring that jacket. Partly cloudy, and the winds are nice and calm. Tomorrow, 76 degrees, hit the pool. It'll be sunny. And looking at the week ahead, we have some beautiful temperatures to me. Going into the 70s, lows coming out from the upper 40s, going into the upper 50s through the weekend. But overall, beautiful, beautiful day. Thursday, sun will be shining, beautiful day to get out, hit the pool. And now I'll be passing it off to Chandler for Florida.
Thank you, Genevieve. Well, similar story for the rest of Florida. We're going to be seeing a bit of a warm-up, but currently those conditions, we have a few showers off our east coast, but they're staying offshore for the most part. We have a very beautiful peninsula that is clear of showers and disturbed weather. And taking a closer look at our Big Bend area, we see that there's really no showers, maybe a couple things going on over here, but most likely that's just radar clutter. But taking a closer look at some of our neighbors, Panama City Beach, 60 degrees and clear with gentle southeastern winds, 3 miles per hour. So quite enjoyable conditions if you guys are trying to take a night walk on the beach. And the Apalachicola radar also shows similar conditions across most of the eastern Gulf. Again, no showers really to speak of, which is a great occurrence for this time of year. Again, we are in that situation where the rainy season is pretty much over. We do have a couple showers offshore again, like I mentioned earlier, but they are staying offshore of Daytona and Jacksonville. Daytona and Jacksonville are both clear. And Gainesville, you guys are sitting at 60 degrees, partly cloudy skies with the southwestern winds, 3 miles per hour. So again, similar conditions even down into our southern neighbors. So very nice and beautiful conditions across most of North and Central Florida. South Florida, you guys again are pretty clear, beautiful conditions. We have a couple showers maybe over in the Bahamas, but they aren't making their way over here to South Florida. So again, nice and beautiful conditions for most of South Florida. And Miami, you guys have a nice, beautiful sunset that is officially wrapping up. That current temperature is 72 degrees. And again, a few clouds in the sky, but nothing to disrupt your nightly night star gazing. And of course, winds are coming out of the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. So again, very enjoyable, a little bit more warm, but you guys are in South Florida. So I'm sure you guys love that. Now, those current temperatures, again, we see a bit warmer temperatures to the south, and a bit cooler temperatures once you get to the north, but we'll see more of a warm-up as we head throughout the week. Those current dew points, again, sit pretty comfortable. Pensacola is a little bit above that mark that you would expect for winter at 55 degrees. Same thing for the rest of South Florida. You guys are sitting at a bit muggier conditions, but nothing that you guys are not used to being in South Florida. For tonight, though, we're looking at temperatures that range from the 60s in South Florida all the way to 48 in Tallahassee. We will be at one of the cooler sides here in North Florida. Pensacola, you guys will be sitting at 54 as those clouds start to settle in. But for tomorrow, again, most of Florida will be seeing those 70-degree temperatures, beautiful temperatures. We've seen maybe a couple 80s as well as we get closer to South Florida, but overall, awesome conditions.
Yes, thank you, Chandler, for that beautiful look at Florida. Now going in a little bit more national, though I still want to cover Florida because down in my hometown, like Chandler was saying, always warm at a nice 74 degrees, beautiful weather to me. Further up, we get to here, our home of Tallahassee at 58 degrees, but looking more into the northeast, we're looking at Boston, 43 degrees, and towards the west coast, we have some moderate temperatures, 69 in San Francisco and 57 in Los Angeles. You see that warm temperatures down by Texas, which we always see pretty much for a majority of the year until we're going into the deep winter, but very warm 74 down in San Antonio, Texas. For our dew point here, we have this cold front coming in, so it'll be bringing in the dry air, but of course, down towards the western United States, we have always much lower dew points compared to us here in Florida, where it's always pretty muggy. So up towards the northern United States, we're looking at a 30 in Billings, Montana, which is very, very nice, very dry air, though in Miami, we have a much moister air of 61 dew point. For our national radar, here we have this cold front that I was talking about sweeping in, going into the southeast region, bringing in the dry air behind it, and some clouds. Yep. For our upper level water vapor, we have here this cold front system and the dry air that is behind it, the clouds that is coming with it, and the moister air in front of it. Going further into the northwest, here we have what we had yesterday. The atmospheric river bringing in a bunch of rain, a bunch of showers. Going further up into Canada, we do have a lot of showers as well. Looking into our North Plains, we definitely have a lot of clouds coming in, and the same thing, clouds coming in through Bismarck, North Dakota, and through Minnesota. Just bring your rain jacket, I'd say. For the Northeast, here we have this system coming in, lots of rain coming through, clouds going up, and pretty much rain to come. For our Southeast, here we have these clouds going through Alabama and Georgia. Here, luckily, we do not have any rain, thank God, so you won't need your rain boots. For the Texas radar, just some clouds across the state, but not too much in forms of precipitation. For watches and warnings, up in Billings, Montana, we actually have a fire weather warning. Basically, it's very favorable conditions for fires. So that dry air, no lack of rain, it's basically, it could cause a fire, so be wary. I would say stay in the house. For our storm outlook, we have a risk of thunderstorms here in Tennessee and Kentucky, so be wary of that. And tonight's lows, here Miami, we have a 61-degree low. Gets much cooler as we go further up, southeast tending to stay slightly warm, and same stays true for the deep south in Texas for 61 in San Antonio. For tomorrow's highs, we have a very nice 63 in Los Angeles, 69 in San Francisco, 81 down in Miami. And now we'll pass it off to Chandler at the desk for our Kona segment.
Thank you for that, Genevieve. We had a really interesting look at the national course, the lower 48. Now we'll talk about one of our two non-48 states, and that is Hawaii, being 50, I believe it was 50 whenever it got into the Union. But yeah, so they're currently experiencing a Kona low. And what is a Kona low? It is a seasonal cyclone near Hawaii that forms in the winter, so it's a pretty usual pattern. And it's a cold core storm making it extratropical, so it's nowhere near that hurricane strength. But it can still bring heavy amounts of moisture to Hawaii by bringing in a southerly flow. So as the storm system makes its way just west of Hawaii, it will bring more showers and moisture from the south closer to the equator, and of course that will cause for a little bit of disturbed weather. And if we take a closer look at that image, Genevieve, with the geopotential heights, thank you so much. Of course, yes, this will show you again that there's a storm system that's really going to make its way just to the west of the islands, bring in some of that moisture for the Big Island and the rest of the island. So, of course, again, it's just an interesting seasonal storm to take note of. It's a quite interesting pattern that us meteorologists love to enjoy. Of course, for Hawaii, a fun fact, Honolulu is actually more of a dry climate compared to what you would expect for a tropical island. Of course, because of the mountains, they don't get as much rain, but they will see a little bit more of that rain from this system as it's bringing in the southerly flow, again, bringing in that moisture from the south instead of from the usual east, which is where the trade winds bring in that moisture. So now we'll take things over to the wall to take a look closer at Honolulu.
Yes, Chandler, here we have our beautiful look at Honolulu, Hawaii. Welcome to the beautiful, beautiful state of Hawaii. For our temperature almanac for this beautiful location we have for the day, our averages for this day, for this time of the year, 83 high, 71 degree low, an 89 degree record high in 1979. Pretty high for, what is it, the first day of December? I don't know how much I like that temperature. I prefer more in the 70s, but you know what? It's Hawaii. Jump in the pool, jump in the ocean, anything. For our main island we're talking about here, Honolulu, we are looking at a nice 81 degrees, pretty warm. Down further south and to the east, we have the island of Lahaina, which is 81 degrees as well, and gets slightly more cooler on the island of Hilo. For our dew points for the region, we have 66 dew point in Honolulu, pretty moist in the air. I'd say, slick down your hair, straighten it maybe, put it back because it might frizz up. Lahaina, slightly higher dew point at 69, and Ilo the same at 69. For our satellite and radar for the islands, we just have some clouds coming in. Here comes that system that we were just talking about with Chandler. Just lots of rain to come. Here we're showing the system. As an overview, here we have that Kona low going right through the region, bringing lots of clouds, lots of forms of precipitation. For our future radar, here comes all that rain. Like I've been saying throughout the show, for a system like this, you definitely want to bring your raincoat, bring your rain boots, be prepared. Don't drive into a flood, back away, and go home. Tomorrow's forecast in the beautiful island of Honolulu, we have a nice 81 degrees, very beautiful. Lahaina, 84 degrees, slightly warmer, and down in Ilo, we are looking at 82 degrees. Sun shining through, though we will have this system coming through, bringing in that rain. For tonight, we are looking at a nice 71 degrees. Those thunderstorms will be coming, so feel free to, maybe have a picnic with your friends at night, maybe go camping, but with the storm to come, I don't know that you want to do that. I don't know, maybe stay inside, watch a movie, get that Netflix going, make some s'mores in the microwave, because with the thunderstorms coming out, I don't know how much you'll be having a bonfire or be able to look and see these beautiful stars, which I'm sure on a normal Hawaiian night you could see in that beautiful sky. Looking at this 3-day forecast for Honolulu, we have a really nice 81 degrees. Storms are coming though, so I wouldn't leave the house, and if you do, be careful, because there's quite a lot of rain coming your way. A low of 71, similar to Friday, we'll have the exact same low of 71 degrees, 78 degree high, and on Saturday it will get slightly warmer, just a tad bit, with a high of 76 degrees and a low of 65 degrees. And Honolulu, a place that we all want to be, but I'm very grateful that we're here in Tallahassee where no rain is to come, and we really have a beautiful pool day potentially tomorrow. Bring out those shorts, bring out that jacket. You won't need it. You won't need the jacket, not at all. And I will be passing it off to Chandler.
Thank you, Genevieve. Yeah, we won't really see much need for a jacket here in Tallahassee over the next few days. Of course, currently it is 58 degrees, so you guys might want to bring out a jacket, especially if you're from one of those warmer climates such as South Florida or Hawaii. But also we have those partly cloudy skies overhead, and again, gentle winds coming out of the south-southeast at 6 miles per hour. That current temperature almanac, well, we reached a high of 70 degrees today, so a little bit warmer than average, but pretty close, so again, pretty seasonable. That low was 33 degrees though, so pretty on the cooler side, but nowhere near that record low of 20 set back in 1979. That Tallahassee radar, again, shows beautiful clear skies for the rest of the night. We have a couple bit of showers maybe in South Georgia, but most likely that's radar clutter. So again, beautiful conditions across the Big Bend region. And when we take a farther stretched out view of the southeastern region, again, it really shows that we have a beautiful high pressure system like Genevieve was mentioning earlier, just dominating the southeast, bringing to us nice, beautiful conditions. That future radar again shows those clouds make the way through as that cold front comes through. But again, it's cold front, but it's not actually bringing in the cooler temperatures. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on, but for the most part, warmer temperatures, that's what you can expect. Again, nice, beautiful conditions, and a bit more like pool weather, like Genevieve was mentioning. Current temperatures in the 60s and in the upper 50s for the most part across the Big Bend region. So again, it's nice and beautiful conditions, close to seasonable. Of course, bring out that jacket being December 1st. With tonight's lows, we will get down into the 40s. So again, if you're out closer to midnight and all the way up into 5 a.m., definitely have that jacket out, as we will be on the cooler side, unless you're right on the coastline, but even still, they will be down near 50. For tonight in Tallahassee, we will be reaching that 42 degree temperature with partly cloudy skies that are associated with that cold front that's going to be making its way through, but the winds will stay calm. And for tomorrow's forecast, again, we'll reach those 70s, so pool weather, nice and enjoyable. That dog walk forecast will start off at 53. If you guys don't like that temperature, wait until noon or 3 p.m. where we'll get up into 75 degrees. And for the week ahead, again, those temperatures are nice and stable at the mid-70s, and we'll reach down into the 50s and 40s for our lows. But again, nice rinse and repeat for our 7-day forecast.
Yes, I would say that is quite a nice forecast to come for us here in Tallahassee. Zooming out further into the southeast, though we'll still be, of course, always covering Florida. Here in Gainesville, we have a really nice 60 degrees, though we wish it wasn't 60 degrees and nice in Gainesville. Atlanta, Georgia, here we have 63 degrees. The sun has set. It's that time of the year. The sun has set in all of the southeast, and we are not getting those cotton candy skies that we once got earlier in the year. But in Blacksburg, Virginia, slightly cooler. Might want to layer up at 45 degrees, and in Bowling Green, Kentucky, 58 degrees, beautiful cityscape, all for aerial views. For our current temperatures in the southeast region, here in Tallahassee, we have a really nice, somewhat cold 58 degrees. Down in Miami, where it is always nice and warm, 74 degrees. Going further up into the southeast region, into Atlanta, Georgia, we have 63 degrees and a much cooler on the coast in Charleston at 56 degrees. For dew points for the region, we have 42 dew point here in Tallahassee. Pretty dry, just gets drier as we go up into the Carolinas and in Georgia and Alabama. And with the system crossing over here in Louisiana and Mississippi, we are looking at somewhat higher dew points at 55 in Shreveport, Louisiana. For our southeast radar, nothing in Tallahassee, thankfully. Though as we go up further into the southeast, we're looking at Tennessee here and Kentucky getting hit further up. We're looking at that rain to come. Here we'll zoom in just a little bit more. We have that rain crossing through cities like London, Roanoke, lots of rain to come. Bring that rain jacket, bring those rain boots, umbrella, keep it in your backpack if you're heading to school. For the future radar, we basically have some ground clutter, as you see, towards the Florida Peninsula. Storms, of course, brewing in the Atlantic, but no precipitation that you need to worry about in the Tallahassee area. For a rainfall forecast, like I was saying, no rain to come, though further up into the southeast, in Kentucky, Tennessee, we will have up to half an inch of rain to come. For tonight's lows, we have a nice 42 degrees here in Tallahassee. Miami just gets warmer as we go down the peninsula of a 63-degree low. As it goes further into the southeast, we are getting slightly chillier. Little Rock, Arkansas, 44 degrees. Thursday in the southeast, here in Tallahassee, 76 degrees, very beautiful. Sun is shining, 81 down in Miami. And now we'll be passing it right back off to Chandler.
Thank you, Genevieve. Now we'll talk a little bit about what you can expect the weather to do for your livelihood here in the Big Bend region. Of course, Sportsplex, you guys are sitting at beautiful conditions, and Panama City, you guys are a little bit farther to our west, so you guys are still experiencing that nice, beautiful sunset, bringing in that cotton candy skies like Genevieve was mentioning. Lake Bradford, again, sunshine with some clouds off in the distance. As we take another view at our Doak Campbell Stadium, again, sun has set, and we have those nice darker skies settling in, a bit partly cloudy, but beautiful conditions overall. And those airport delays, again, here in Tallahassee, is pretty reasonable. Currently, the temperature is 58, but we are really looking at nice and beautiful airport conditions if you are trying to get out of Tallahassee anytime soon, or trying to get into Tallahassee. Of course, the rest of our nation also looking at those nice, beautiful airport conditions associated with the beautiful weather that's across most of the continental U.S. And that dog walk forecast, again, like I was mentioning earlier, we're going to see those temperatures start off a little bit cooler tomorrow, but by or by 9 a.m., we'll get back up to that 53-degree mark, and by 7 a.m., 67. So if you are trying to walk your dog in the morning, probably a little bit later in the morning is a more advisable path to take. But again, nice, beautiful conditions ahead for tomorrow. And for tonight, again, beautiful conditions. It will be a little bit partly cloudy, so it might be a little hard to see some of those stars. But if you are able to see those stars, the viewing condition is pretty good. We will be seeing a bit of that nice, beautiful starry night sky. And those, the moon is at that 20% full waning crescent. So again, it's a beautiful night to maybe stargaze if you look out with those clouds. Basketball at Tucker Civic Center, at 76 degrees on Saturday at 12 p.m. Versus Syracuse. So if you are able to come out and support those Noles, of course, it is finals week, so either that or study. I expect you here or in the library studying. For the school week planner, though, for the rest of this week, again, Thursday and Friday, rinse and repeat of what we've seen for the most part today. And Saturday and Sunday, more of the same, nice and beautiful conditions. But we'll go ahead and toss things off to Genevieve at the desk to close things out.
Yes, Chandler, you mentioned finals week just a second ago. I know that is what is crossing all of our minds pretty heavily, weighing down on our shoulders quite a bit. We do have finals week. Hopefully you'll be in Stroger or Dirac. Personally, I really love Dirac. Stroger is a little too many people going on. Dirac is just very nice, calm, perfect area for studying. But with that being said, hopefully you'll be inside tonight, at least if you plan on getting any studying done, because the lows will reach pretty low, in my opinion, if you do plan to go out, which it is a Wednesday, so hopefully you'd be waiting more towards the weekend, actually grind it out and get a lot of work done tonight during the week. But it will be nice and beautiful tomorrow, so feel free to walk on over to Stroger, walk on over to Dirac, maybe even do some studying outside, because those temperatures will reach somewhat into the mid-70s, and it will be even potentially a pool day. You might want to bring out some sunscreen, if you will. Bring out maybe a t-shirt, some jean shorts, I don't know, just throwing out some nice options for clothes for you to wear. But it will be very nice. Luckily, we are not in our spotlight segment of Honolulu, Hawaii, where they are getting quite a lot of rain. And thankfully, we're not towards the upper southeast into Tennessee and Kentucky, getting quite a lot of rain there. So I will say be careful if you are there. But for now, please follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather. Our same handle, FSU Weather. Please like us on Facebook. And hopefully you're watching us live on YouTube at FSU Weather. And lastly, of course, please follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. We love to see your pictures. Send in your dogs, please. We love to see all your pets for the dog walk forecast. We definitely really appreciate it. And for now, we'll be passing it right back off to Chandler for our 7-day close.
Thank you for that, Genevieve. Yes, really honestly, that nice, beautiful weather again for the 7-day. Again, 70s across the board and 40s and 50s for our nighttime lows. But of course, again, nice and beautiful conditions. We will maybe see a bit of rain come in on Wednesday, but